Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Helsa, and today I'm gonna presenting and talking about the content of journal that I've read before with the title Improving Students' Speaking Skill Through Discussion in Grade of 11 of SMA Muhammadiyah 5 Jaten. And it's written by Lina Mukhlafah from University of Muhammadiyah, Surakarta. Ladies and gentlemen, before we're gonna go to the content or to the main content, let's see what is the definition itself of speaking skill. Speaking skill, according to Tarragent 1990 and page 1, they say that speaking is a basic skill in language learning. And of course, speaking is for communication. And the second one, based on Hornby 1995 page 37, said that English is very needed in real-life situation and speaking is very important. Why does it mean and what does it mean? So we have known and we have seen and realized that the first thing and then the first impression what other people see from someone, that of course from the speaking itself. If the speaking is good, the speaking is fluent, the speaking is comprehensive, of course that everyone will think that we are really expert in English. So why that speaking is really important to get the best or the good first impression. And then let's go to the discussion. Discussion is one of method that using for improving English language skill. And based on Tarragent 1994 page 1, said that discussion is an activity when people talk together to share the information and then to share to see the problem, then of course to find the solution of that problem itself, ladies and gentlemen. And then next, the discussion can really effective to make the student more active to communicate, and then they will feel like learn second language intentionally, because they don't feel they learn, it is because they just speak with friends and then they more laughing, they more enjoying, but without their knowing they have learned a second language intentionally. And then the aim of the discussion based on Brookfield 2006 said that there are the aims of discussion. The first one is to develop critical thinking of students. The second one is to inform the understanding, and then the last one is to change the self-critic. According to Tarragent 1990-15, said that speaking skill is ability that produce the sentences which can send a message or send an idea or feelings. And according that, we can know there are a lot of aspects in speaking skill. For example, like grammar, pronunciation, and content, and then we can also learn pronunciation. And then next is notion in discussion. According to Jones 1994 page 1, said that there are three kinds or three types of discussion. The first one is a whole class. The whole class, it's mean that the facilitator or a teachers like managing everything in class. For example, after the teachers explain the material, so the teacher would ask a student to give their opinion. So it's called a whole class. And then the next one is a debate. Debate here, it's mean like when the teachers give instruction to all of students to give or make a small group to discuss about something. In here that the teacher give the topic and then they should think about their opinion together in group. And then the last one is position reversal debate. It is almost the same with debate, but it's more like two group presentation, and then like they should make a note or take a note, and then they should give their opinions like question and answer section. And next, let's go to the research method. This research method use a collaborative method. Why we call it collaborative method? Because the researchers used both of qualitative and quantitative method. And for example, in qualitative, it's like when the researchers analyze the student ability or the process of language and teaching itself. And then the second one is quantitative. The quantitative, for example, is like when the researchers analyze the score by pre-test and post-test, and by collecting the data like observation and then documentation and so on and so forth. Next is finding and discussion, and in this research the researchers found the students' pronunciation and fluency increased very significantly. And in this research the researchers use a very nice method, that is a discussion, by using a debate to teach speaking. And the technical of debate itself is like the teachers divided the student into two groups, and the first group is called government, and then the second group is called opposition. Government should agree or should support the motion or the government, and then the opposition is opposite, and of course the opposition should opposite or disagree with the motion and with the government. And then after that they should analyze that. They should give their opinion about that. What is the problem, what is the background, what is the solution, and what is the mechanism. So of course it's really can teach them or practice them to more active and to more good in speaking. But besides that, of course they can be more critical in thinking, because they should think everything about the solve the problem. And then let's see the graphics that show that the development of student is really good because of using this method, because of using discussion debate. We can see that improving speaking skill with this method is really effective. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the last part. It's the conclusion. The conclusion of this presentation that we can know teaching speaking by using discussion method could improve the student ability or the student skill in argumentation and question and also in answers. And it can be seen from the increasing average, their score, their result, and pre-test and final test. For example, maybe in pre-test they just can't explain a little bit, but in final test they can't tell or explain more rather than before. And then by teaching using discussion method, that of course the students were more active, and then they can be more enthusiasm to learn, and besides that they can be more think critically. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my presentation. Thank you so much for your paying attention. I do really sorry and I do really apologize if I have a lot of mistakes in my speaking. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.